Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about voting. You know, here in the United States, we kind of take voting for granted. I mean, it's everywhere. We vote on everything. And, it starts early. You vote for high school class president or whatever. We vote for where we're going to go eat. We vote all the time. Now, when it comes to our government, we generally understand that our vote is more of a suggestion, that the real power lies with lobbyists and the money that they have. But, other countries, it's not the same way. Right now, the GOP, they are condemning the activities of China, because China is trying to get rid of the autonomy of Hong Kong. One of the ways they're doing it, and this has been a long campaign, which the GOP's opposed. One of the ways they're doing it right now is they have a thing in Hong Kong called the Election Committee. Normally has 1,200 members. Well, Beijing's decided they're going to add another 300 people to it. Good quality voters. Voters who are informed properly, so we know how that vote's going to turn out. Let me read you this quote, because this is wild. Don't mind putting security measures in that won't let everybody vote, but everybody shouldn't be voting. Not everybody wants to vote. And if somebody's uninterested in voting, that probably means they're totally uninformed on the issues. Quantity is important, but we have to look at the quality of votes as well. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine somebody in the United States saying something like this in Arizona? A state representative by the name of John Kavanaugh? Because that's who did. The quality of the votes. All over the country right now, Republicans in state legislatures are actively engaged in a campaign to suppress the vote. They are trying to limit polling stations, remove drop-off boxes, make sure that only certain demographics can vote by mail, all kinds of stuff. Anything they can do to make sure they get quality votes. Those votes that they want. Those votes that, help them. It's an abandonment of the idea of democracy. That's what it is. It can't be framed any other way. And I have to suggest that somebody who has the nerve to call somebody else uninformed while using the pretext of security, voter security, election security, to pass this kind of legislation can't be taken seriously. Uninformed. Coming from somebody who is repeating a debunked claim pushed by a twice impeached one-term president who just couldn't handle the fact that he lost. Calling somebody else uninformed. I have a lot of issues with low information voters. I have more issue with low information representatives. This isn't a real issue. It's been demonstrated. It's not a real problem. It's just a pretext that the Republican Party can use to suppress the vote. And as is typical lately from the Republican Party, it disproportionately impacts a certain group of people. Those people who turned out in droves to flip Georgia blue. People who don't look like me. I'm willing to bet I'll still have a polling station right up the road. This is something that we have to pay attention to. When we talk about local activities and getting involved locally, if you are somebody who supports electoralism, if you want to get involved in elections and you think that that method of getting your voice heard is the most effective, you have to pay attention to this, because They are doing this nationwide. It is a concerted effort by the Republican Party to make sure that certain groups of people are not going to be able to vote in numbers significant enough to matter. It says it's not the votes that count. It's who determines the quality of the votes. If stuff like this gets through, even the pretext that the people have some voice in government is gone. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.